Hi, and welcome to My Story with CareCredit. We all have stories, but what makes these stories unique is that they are about people who are able to get life-changing treatment, procedures, or medical care for themselves, their family, and their pets. All of the people featured on My Story with CareCredit did it with their CareCredit credit card. CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. I'm your host, Amy Freena. Today, we're going to hear a story about the cutest little guinea pig you've ever seen named Buttermilk and how an unfortunate injury led to a trip to the veterinarian. Spoiler alert, Buttermilks Story has a happy ending. Let's listen.
Hi, my name is Amber and this is Buttermilk, and I've used CareCredit for 1 year. Buttermilk is very adventurous. He's very independent. He loves exploring. He's figured his way around the entire house. He can go anywhere in the house except the kitchen. For whatever reason, he does not like the kitchen. Well, it was a Saturday morning, and my son, he loves to make piles of blankets on the floor, and Buttermilk loves to go through those piles of blankets. And so my son, he did not know Buttermilk was in a certain spot, and he happened to fall right where Buttermilk was, which resulted in Buttermilk being injured. Buttermilk started screaming, my daughter started screaming, my son started crying, I started panicking, like, oh my gosh, what's happening? What's happening right now? And so we had to rush to a vet. And when we got there, the vet said, okay, this is how much it's gonna cost for care. And I was shocked at the price. The price was astounding. And I just was not prepared that day to have this type of cost. So the assistant at the veterinarian said, why don't you apply for CareCredit? And I had never heard of CareCredit before. And so I said, okay, I'm willing to try anything. And I got approved. The CareCredit mobile app was very easy to use. I was able to download it and upload my bank information, and in a couple clicks, my payments were made. It was such a relief because Buttermilk could get the care that he needed, and everyone was happy. All tears stopped immediately, and the day was saved. And here we are today, a year later. Thank you, CareCredit, for saving Buttermilk's life.
Hey, I'm Amy, and we are live in the studio today with Amber, who's going to share a little bit of her CareCredit story. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I got to ask, who is this?
This is Buttermilk.
Hi, Buttermilk.
The guinea pig.
The guinea pig, how old is he?
Yes.
How old is he?
He's 3.
3 years old.
3, yeah.
3 years old. He is super cute.
Thank you.
Hi, buddy. Oh. All right, so where and when did you first hear about the CareCredit credit card?
I heard about CareCredit credit card a year ago.
Okay.
Buttermilk was injured by
Oh,
my
no.
son. Yes, he's very adventurous.
Okay.
And my son loves to roll around on the floor in blankets, and Buttermilk likes to do the same thing.
Okay.
And so my son accidentally rolled onto Buttermilk.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't know he was in the blankets.
Oh.
And Buttermilk is my daughter's guinea pig.
Okay, so it's war.
Yes, immediately.
Uh-huh.
And so she starts screaming. Buttermilk starts screaming. My son starts crying.
Oh my
I
gosh.
start panicking.
Of course.
And we rush to the vet. And that's when I heard about CareCredit.
Okay, so as you said, you're panicked. Buttermilk is screaming. Son is crying. Daughter is clearly
Screaming.
unhappy. Okay,
Yes.
2 screamers.
It's
Got it.
war, like you said.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's in distress.
Okay.
I'm panicking. We rush to the vet. And the doctor's like, okay, this is the cost. This is what it's going to be for him to be seen today and receive care. And I was shocked, you know.
Like, he's this big.
Right. Like, what do you mean? And so the assistant said, why don't you apply for CareCredit?
Okay.
And that was the first time I ever heard of CareCredit.
Okay.
And I did it immediately. I was like, okay, whatever.
In the office.
In the office.
Okay.
At that moment, I filled out the application, and I was approved immediately.
Wonderful.
And
so was that like all of a sudden just a little lull of calm?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay.
It was like everybody could breathe.
Okay.
I sat down. I think I actually sat down for the first time.
Okay, good.
In like an hour and a half.
We got this.
Yes, and it was a sigh of relief. And Buttermilk was able to get his care, and he's alive today.
Yay. So what was the diagnosis?
They said he got his insides were kind of smushed. So because
And they said smushed.
They said smushed. He said he was smashed. He had internal bleeding.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was actually bleeding from the mouth when we found him. And so the doctor was concerned that he had fractured ribs, but he didn't. Or like his
that's good.
back was broken, but it wasn't.
Oh.
He just said some smushed insides and internal bleeding.
Okay.
Because he's so small. And that was repairable.
I was going to say, how do you repair smushed
So
insides?
he had to sit very still. He could not be very active because he was actually in a lot of pain. Oh, he was also having muscle spasms. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Like he was having muscle spasm.
Yeah.
So he was given some iron for the blood loss, and he was given antibiotics just to prevent infection, and then medicine for the muscle spasms.
Gosh.
So it was constant care for like 6 weeks.
I was going to say 6 weeks.
Yes.
Wow.
6 weeks, like an infant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were babying him.
Yeah, we had to, but he came around, you know.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
yeah, without CareCredit, like he would not be here at all.
Really?
Because he would not have made it.
Right, because that's sometimes we don't prepare for those kind of costs.
Who
and even
knew?
if you do,
Yeah.
and even if you do, things happen anyway.
Right.
Now, is Buttermilk your only?
No, we have two. We have
Two guinea
Buttermilk
pigs.
and Caramel. Yes, Caramel is my son's.
Caramel and Buttermilk.
Yes.
Okay, so the son hurt the daughters.
Yes. So that was something that he could not die that day.
He
could not die.
not on my watch.
Not
Mom
by the
is
hand of my son.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Right, accident or not. My daughter was like, "How could you? You did that on
Right.
purpose."
Oh
So,
my gosh, of course.
you know,
Poor thing.
Credit Care, thank you. You saved everything.
Oh my gosh. So so you filled out the application there for the CareCredit credit card.
Yes.
And you got promotional financing. How did that kind of alleviate the burden as time went on?
Well, it gave me time. I was comforting to know that I didn't have to pay such a high cost at once.
Right.
And that's what I liked about the credit card. I could pay it off within the time frame.
Right.
And not incur interest,
Right.
accrue interest. So that was relieving too.
Right.
Because I want to make sure, I wanted to care for Buttermilk, but I also had to be considerate of my income and my
Right.
household. I
Of
have
course.
responsibilities.
Of course you do.
So, he's not our only responsibility. And as a mom with 2 children,
Of course.
I wanted to make sure I was able to make the best choice. And CareCredit helped me make the best choice.
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Have you used the card for anything else?
I have not yet.
Okay.
Thank God.
That's
It
okay.
is definitely my emergency card.
It's
But
so good to have that though.
it is, and I learned that I could use it at other places.
Yes, you
in
can.
other medical facilities.
Dental, cosmetic.
Right. So it is something that I am considering using again.
Okay, good to know. If you could write a review on CareCredit, everyone likes to write reviews nowadays, but taking yourself back to that day when you're just in the crazy, what would you say?
I would say this is a lifesaver. It's a stress reliever. It's an answered prayer. Perfect for any emergency situation. I would
Right.
definitely refer it to my friends or anyone who finds themselves in a situation where you need something now.
Right. Immediate.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and thank you for bringing in Buttermilk. And good luck to you guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Buttermilk's story ends with him healthy, happy, and back home, and CareCredit was proud to be a part of it. Remember, CareCredit is a leading national healthcare credit card that can enable you to get many of the procedures and treatments you want now and pay over time with everyday promotional financing on purchases of $200 or more. CareCredit is accepted at hundreds of thousands of locations nationwide to pay for care whenever you need and want it. If you are interested in applying for a CareCredit credit card or would like to find a provider in your area who accepts CareCredit, visit us at carecredit.com.